Welcome to Scotty B's Fitness Journey podcast. I'm your host, Scott Blomberg. My goal with this podcast is to inform and inspire others to start and continue their fitness journey by sharing my story. Episode 5, Visiting F45 in Louisville. In this episode, I talk about my visit to an F45 gym while on work assignment in Louisville, Kentucky. To, to summarize, I began my fitness journey July 2021. Uh, I work out 6 days a week. I've improved my diet and incorporated intermittent fasting into my routine. I've lost nearly 90 pounds with the goal to lose another 60, which will get me down to 250 pounds. My other goal is to be able to do pull ups when I hit that 250 pounds. I'm not an expert, just a guy sharing my story to hopefully inspire others. Episode 5. One of my challenges is that I travel from time to time for work, and it gets me off of my routine. As I've talked about before, my routine is get up first thing in the morning, go do a workout, take a shower, and then hit my day with work. And when I've been traveling, it's been really hard to do that, and it's been really challenging. So what I'm going to do with this episode is I'm going to visit an F45 gym. We won't be able to record while I'm doing the workout there, but I'll show a few pictures and give you a feel for the gym and more importantly, kind of talk about how perhaps it can help me get back into my routine or rather stay in my routine while I'm traveling. So I thought I'd give you a tour of what the hotel workout room looks like at the hotel I stay at in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm right now at the Hilton Garden Inn East Louisville. It's where I stay when I come here for work. And this room, I've actually done many workouts right here. Sometimes I'm kind of making it up as I go. I try to set a timer using a HIIT timer. And then sometimes I've had coaches tell me what to do, and so I follow whatever their plan is. But as I mentioned with this episode, it's me trying out an F45 gym just because it's hard to get motivated to work out in this gym. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour. There's nothing wrong with it, but let me flip it around. So here's what it looks like. Pretty typical hotel gym. This one has, you can see the medicine balls in the corner. By the way, as opposed to the medicine balls at my gym that don't bounce, these do. Learn that the hard way the first time working out here. We got the yoga ball, recumbent bike, we've got the elliptical, treadmill, we've got the Peloton, and so it's got good cardio equipment. It's got a little bit of room here to do stuff on the floor with that yoga mat in the corner. And now we have some free weights and the bench. This is the first time I've come here and all the weights are here. So often you go to a hotel gym and usually it's like the 15s and the 20s are missing, the two most popular ones. Nothing wrong with this gym. The equipment's kept up very nicely. But here's the deal, and I'm just going to back up here so you can see what the whole gym looks like. That's it. That's the whole gym. And I'll have to tell you from experience, when I've been here alone, it's never fun to work out alone, okay? But I also, it's actually really awkward when there's someone else here, a stranger, working out. So if there's two of you in the room, this is not a very big room to be working out with a total stranger, man or woman. And I've been in both situations, and we're just kind of awkwardly going, well, what are you going to do and what am I going to do? It's not like working out with someone. It's more tolerating someone that happens to be in the same room as you. It's a total stranger. So anyway, this is what I could be using for my workout this week. Instead, I'm going to try out F45 tomorrow morning and we'll see where that brings me. I selected the F45 gym in Middletown, Kentucky as the one that I wanted to visit and check it out and see if it'll be a better option than the the gym at the hotel. Um, I had three criteria I wanted to look for this gym. One is I wanted the same or similar format to what I have at home at Impact. Um, so boot camps with a nice mix. And the second criteria was how far from my hotel. I didn't want to drive too far. And so this one in Middletown was about an 8 minute drive at 6 in the morning. So that's pretty good. I'm used to a about a 15-minute drive when I'm at home. And then the third criteria was didn't want to join as a monthly member, so I wanted to look for pay as you go package, and so it looked like F45 met all three criteria, and so I decided to visit the F45 in Middletown, and I was able to sign up on a Monday night, and um, and that allowed me to sign in and be all ready and signed in for the 6 a.m. workout on Tuesday morning. So I arrived at 6 a.m. a little bit early. They wanted me to show up early so I could like do a waiver and then get a tour. So I met the trainer for the 6 a.m. workout. His name is Darius. Great guy, and really had fun getting to know him and learning. As a bonus, turns out he's a Vikings fan, Skull Vikings. So, maybe he says that to everyone, but I have a feeling he is a Vikings fan. So, anyway, of course, I was wearing Vikings gear every day as I normally do in the fall. That first workout was a cardio workout, and we had some kettlebell moves. We had a bike. Oh, and then we had this standing ski machine called Ski Erg. I'd never used this before, but it was kind of cool where you use your arms and you pull down and if I remember right, we used it both on Tuesday and Wednesday, a slightly different manner. So that was fun to have that equipment. But otherwise, the moves were about the same between what I'm used to at home at Impact. There was a little bit difference in the timing. Their philosophy is more intense moves followed by a longer rest period. So typically at home, we'd have a rest of like 7, 8 seconds between moves. And instead, they had more like 30 seconds of rest between moves. I had a lot of fun. There were about 27 people in the first class. It flew by. I mean, I'm used to workouts of like 50 to 55 minutes, just shy of an hour, plus a cool down. Whereas F45, I learned the 45 is 45 minutes, and they really do keep to that. So I ended up buying that 10 workout pack. It costs $160, so $16 per workout. Totally worth it for me if it gets me going. So I went back on Wednesday, and the second workout was more of a strength training workout. Slightly different format at each station. We had to pick an upper or lower body exercise, and then we do 55 seconds on and then 30-second rest, 45 seconds, 30-second, and so on. I noticed that some people would switch back and forth between the upper and lower body. I tended to just find one exercise and stick through it all the way through to the 55, 45, 35, 25 sequences. I So each one, for the most part, we were using a lot of weights and what I noticed is, I'm still getting used to selecting weights at this gym as opposed to home at Impact, where I pretty much know, without, um, too much time, I know which weight is which. Their weights were slightly different. They're all the same size, but they were different colors for the different weights. So I had to get used to that. But I felt pretty good about my weight selection because when I was doing the 55-second sequence, I thought, oh, I bet this is a little bit too light. But I kept up with the same weight. By the time I got to the 25 seconds, I was thinking that I grabbed too much weight. So I figured, okay, I'm probably just right. Um, this particular one, I thought fast, flew by fast. In fact, so fast that when we were done and we hit the 45-minute mark, I didn't know we were done. I thought we were halfway done. And I look and people are leaving, and I glance at my watch and realize, oh, yeah, that was 45 minutes. So, anyway, it was really fun. And I like the mix between upper and lower, but I think that in the future, if I was to stay there, I would probably just pick in all upper or all lower for the entire day just to um, I think that works it a little bit harder when you have those exercises. Um, all right, so I did go a third day on Thursday morning, um, and another really great workout, and a little bit mixed from what I saw on Tuesday and Wednesday. And so, in terms of my overall impressions, um, first of all, Darius, he was awesome. He was able to notice that I needed to adapt a couple exercises for me, and was Johnny on the spot. Quickly brought over the equipment that I needed. I thought that was very impressive, given the fact that there were so many people in the room. But he really, and he really cared for me, and we got to know each other. It was fun. Um, the format, very close to what we have at Impact, where he teaches the moves at the beginning, and then we go through the sequence. The room itself had videos, or had screens on the front, and there was a timer screen. But then for each group of like four stations, there was a screen that was teaching each of the moves. So even though he taught us the moves at the beginning, if we forgot or weren't sure which station we were at, we could just glance up at the screens and it would remind us which one was which. So I like that. And it was about 25 to 30 people per class. I noticed that some classes had a capacity of 32. It kind of depended on how the room was arranged, and some classes had a capacity of 30. There was a wide range of ages. That I thought was very interesting. In fact, I think there were some teenagers there. Either that or they just looked really young. And all the way up to, I'm pretty sure I was the oldest person in the room at 57, but maybe not. Maybe there's some other guys there that were older, and they just, were very fit guys, and looked, didn't look the part. So anyway, so yeah, wide range of ages, probably 90% women, which is not uncommon for boot camps. I personally love boot camps. I've been going to them at Impact, but I think at Impact often it is 80, 90% women, especially like on the weekend when we do the Saturday boot camps. Um, so what it did for me was it really help motivate me to take these trips, because honestly, it was one of the things that I dreaded when I would take a work trip, was getting out of my routine and losing a week. And like I said, very difficult to get motivated to go into that hotel um, gym. Even though I'd worked out there many times, I'll admit I wasn't very consistent. I didn't go every day. And so this got me going. I was excited to get up. I set my alarm, I think, for 5:30. Got up every day. In fact, one day I woke up at 5:28, and I'm like, okay, now my body's telling me to go to this workout. So that was the biggest bonus for me, is I didn't feel like I lost momentum on my workout plan. The My Zone, I was able to keep on with that. My October numbers are going to be great for My Zone. That's the fitness tracker that tracks my heart rate and assigns points, as I mentioned before. So I've already signed up for more workouts on my next trip to Louisville, which will be now a weekend, in a couple weeks out, and so looking for it. So I'm going to chalk it up as conquering another barrier. The barrier being work trip and a hotel gym that doesn't really support what I want to do for my fitness. And so there we go. Just signing out. Thank you again for watching. Good luck on your own fitness journeys. And if there's any way I can help, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks.